The worst breakfast that clogs your arteries. Did you know there's a food that causes more heart attacks and strokes than any other food? And here I'm going to tell you the 10 foods that can clog your arteries, starting with the main one. Well, first, let's talk about the most important one. 84% of people consume this food that clogs your arteries almost every day. 84% of people consume it. And the worst part is that they even give it to their young children, which keeps them sick. But more than sick, it keeps them addicted. This information today can help millions and millions and millions of people avoid arterial plaque buildup and also prevent heart attacks and strokes, and obviously prevent artery clogging. Today's video is about the number one food that clogs or blocks more arteries than any other. And well, if you think you don't consume harmful foods, wait until you hear the statistics that will surprise you. Most of us consume this food in one way or another, and it's likely that your friends, your family, your children, your nephews, your kids are also consuming it with your permission. So be very careful. Well, but before I tell you the name of the first food and then tell you the 10 foods that clog arteries the most in the world, I'd like to take a pause. A pause first to thank you because, I've received a lot of support these days, a lot of red hearts, many comments, those nice comments that I always read. Also, thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for everything you do, something that follows blood sugar. It takes glucose out of the bloodstream and stores it as fat. But if you abuse this, the excess sugar accumulates in the form of fat plaques in your arteries. As a result, your arteries get clogged by those fat plaques. They clog worse than a sink after a party. Well, another thing, trans fats. Believe it or not, those boxed cereals do contain trans fats. Those evil ingredients that give a crunchy texture to your favorite cereals also harden your arteries as if they were concrete. Okay, trans fats promote the formation of bad cholesterol while reducing good cholesterol. That's bad because we need to raise the good and lower the bad. And this boxed cereals do the opposite. It's like having a bad cop in your body who lets the bad guys in and shuts the door on the good ones. What do you think? And in the long term, that means plaques that obstruct blood flow. Another thing that can happen is inflammation. Every spoonful of processed cereals you eat causes a mini fire in your body. These products are full of additives, preservatives, and sugars that trigger a chronic inflammatory response. This chronic inflammation irritates your arteries, the walls of your arteries, irritates them and weakens them. It's like having annoying guests who scratch your furniture every time they come over. Damaged arteries are a fertile ground for cholesterol to accumulate and end up blocking you. Another bad thing about boxed cereals is that they lack fiber. The lack of fiber in processed cereals is because they themselves remove the natural fiber contained in the grain. Why? Because fiber doesn't sell as well as the bright colors and cartoon characters that appear on the boxes. Fiber acts like a broom that cleans your intestines and regulates sugar absorption. But if they don't leave the fiber in these boxed cereals, sugar enters the blood at full speed, causing those glucose spikes we mentioned earlier. Boxed cereals are also high in sodium. Although it may not seem like it, many cereals are a sodium bomb in disguise. They raise blood pressure, overloading your arteries, leaving them vulnerable to damage. They also have a lot of preservatives and colorants. These ingredients are not only unnecessary, but also irritate your blood vessels and damage them. The body identifies them as invaders and responds with inflammation, which exacerbates the problems I already mentioned. Another thing is addiction. I already told you that your kids can become addicted to this sugar, and it becomes a vicious cycle. Processed boxed cereals are designed to be addictive. Every bite activates the reward centers in your brain, making you want more and more and more. And in the long term, this not only contributes to being overweight, but also leads to cardiovascular problems. Well, but as I told you, it's not just processed cereals that clog your arteries. There are 9 other foods that also clog your arteries. And it's pointless for me to tell you about bad foods if I'm not going to tell you what to have for breakfast, because some people don't even know what to have for breakfast. So here I'm going to tell you the 9 breakfasts, 10 breakfasts, so that after telling you the 9 cloggers, I'll tell you the 9 breakfasts with which you can replace these boxed cereals. Well, let's see. Other foods. Here, I'm going to go quickly so I don't explain too much, just so you understand what clogs your arteries, because this is already implied. It could be, do you like hot dogs with sausage, processed meat, artery clogger, bacon, artery clogger, cold cuts in general, mortadella, artery cloggers because they have saturated fats and sodium. Ultra-processed cheeses are high in fat, a lot of salt, eh? Fast food, hamburgers, fries are a bomb of trans fats. The famous salchipapas also clog your arteries. Margarines also clog your arteries because they have artificial trans fats, so be careful with margarines. Industrial bakery products, pastries loaded with sugar and bad fats, be careful. They also clog you. Sodas, soft drinks, energy drinks also clog your arteries because they give you glucose spikes and zero nutrients. Processed sauces, ketchup, tomato sauce full of sugar, full of sodium, those clog your arteries. And now what unclogs your arteries? To unclog your arteries, pay attention please, eat foods rich in omega-3s. That helps unclog your arteries. Salmon, walnuts help reduce inflammation and improve good cholesterol. Eat more garlic. Garlic is also a professional artery unclogger, a superfood that improves artery elasticity. Something that is not a food but helps a lot to unclog your arteries is exercise, movement. It's like a natural drain cleaner for your arteries. Okay, the drink that can help unclog your arteries and you didn't know it. Maybe it's green tea. Drink green tea. There are people who tell me, but is it chamomile green tea or valerian green tea? Is it lemon verbena green tea? Which green tea? No, it's none of those. Green tea, you find it in the supermarket as green tea. That's how you have to look for it. Give me a box of green tea. Don't look for chamomile tea, lemon verbena tea, tea of anything. It's called green tea, okay? It doesn't have a last name. It's just called green tea, so you know. It has antioxidants and reduces arterial plaque buildup. Also, avoid sugar. If you avoid refined sugar, that regulates your glucose and prevents damage to your arteries. If this video helped you in any way, share it. Remember to subscribe if it helped you. My videos are only informative. They do not replace medical consultation. Comment yes if you're interested and share this video if you found it useful. I wish you to be healthier every day than yesterday, to eat well, sleep well, and keep your mind relaxed. Thank you for watching.